Founders Brewing, and they have a big event coming up on New Year's Eve. We're going to tell you about that, as well as other events taking place throughout the state of Michigan. Right, Amy?
Yeah, that's right. We've got to thank everybody for sharing their great Michigan holiday memories with us. We love to hear those. They're so unique and different from all over the state, spanning people's lifetime, some from their childhood and some from just a few years ago, which we love. And I know you have a lot of great holiday memories. You guys do some special things, not only as your immediate nuclear family with Miss Pam, but you also with your parents. Mm-hmm. Over in the beautiful town of Capec. When you were growing up, you had some good stuff going on.
Yeah, for me, my kind of holiday memories as a kid, because you're right, you kind of separate them from growing up and when you have your own kids, but I used to love going to midnight mass with the family and always having that argument. It's midnight, can't we open our presents after mass?
Right.
I mean, it's Christmas Day, right?
Did you let them do one present?
No, I'm talking about, this is with my mom and dad.
Oh, okay.
And so my mom and dad were strict. They're like, nope. Going to midnight mass, you're not going to open one present. Christmas Day is tomorrow morning when we wake up. And with 6 kids in the family, it was like, we were up really early in the morning. But Mom was always making a lot of great food, and we laughed a lot. We didn't get a lot of things. We had a lot of material things, you know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe 1 or 2 presents each, and that was about it. But, when 6 kids go open one present at a time, it takes time to get around the bend, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a lot right there.
But you know what? Even though we didn't have a lot, I don't remember being upset about that. You know what I mean? It's like, that's just the way it goes. It was more about just being together, eating a lot and eating more.
Did you guys have some special foods that you always had at the Christmas holiday?
No, my dad might make menudo, which was always a big popular dish.
Yeah, tell people what that is if they don't know.
Okay, basically it's tripe, or the intestine of the stomach. And
what makes it awesome?
Well, what makes it good is because they cut it up, it's cooked, but it's not like overly cooked where it's just rubbery, although some people may say that. But it has just a very unique texture. Maybe you think of octopus or something.
Chewy?
It's very chewy. It is chewy. But the spices...
But it's made in a really great broth.
It's made in a great broth. There's sometimes hominy with that and a lot of different spices as well. It's what it is actually it's more popular on New Year's Eve because it's supposed to cure a hangover.
Right.
So when you go out on New Year's Eve at these Mexican parties we would go to, there would always be a big pot of menudo they would serve at midnight, because then after your night of partying, you just have some menudo and feel good in the morning. Do it all over again.
How about tamales? Did your family make tamales on Christmas?
Yeah, that was more of a Christmas thing. And I think from Thanksgiving until Christmas Eve, it seems like we always had a day or two that we were doing the mass production, because it's not just 1 or 2 people in the kitchen. It's the whole family. Everyone gets together. You have to clean the husks. You have to make the masa. You have to prepare the meat. Then you have to assemble them, put them in the pot. They're just a big production.
It is, fun. Which is why it's kind of a fun family experience, right?
Yeah, you kind of get together. You tell stories. You bring back memories from the years before, from the whole year and the years before. And it's just a way to just celebrate family. I think every culture has that type of thing where you all get together and...
It's a group cooking lesson, where everyone does it together. Yeah. Now, what kind of tamales did you guys make?
Mainly pork. There was one year my mom was sick or couldn't make them, and we got them from a friend, I remember.
Oh, whoa.
Everyone
How were
was like
they?
going, where'd these come from?
These aren't the regular tamales.
It was the joke is, I hope she's not listening. Her name was Molly, right? And we're like, we don't want Molly's tamales. We want Mom's tamales, That's
your poor mom was sick. Come on.
I know. I don't remember what happened. She might have been out of the country.
Okay, so that's when you were growing up. So then how did you adjust and change your traditions when you had children of your own?
Well, we did midnight mass for a little while when they had it, but then we switched to the night lights at Fifth Third Ballpark in Comstock Park. We did that on Christmas Eve. Had a big Christmas Eve feast at our house, eating Mexican food, having tamales as well. We had
now,
buy
Miss
them.
Pam can cook Mexican food because she is not Mexican.
She is not, but she is a great. Yeah, she learned. My mom. She spent some time with my mom in the kitchen, but then she kind of adjusted the recipe to fit what she liked. But she loves Mexican food, so
that's awesome.
I lucked out. I mean, really did. And then the kids, we would let them open up one gift Christmas Eve. And it was typically something like sweatpants or something, nothing major.
Right.
And the next day was then, the full-on, let's go. Let's get the video camera out, set it up in the middle of the living room, and everyone kind of...
You would film everyone unwrapping their presents?
Yeah. That was back in those days when the big video cameras were in style, right? That was basically it. And then this year we have, as you know, we're going out of town, so we're going to have some new traditions.
Well, yeah, it's kind of exciting because now your oldest son is married and is starting his own journey on this. And so kind of cool to create a new tradition. So you guys are going to go visit in Virginia.
Yes, we'll have tamales. We'll have rice and beans and tortillas, for sure.
That's a common.
That's not going to change.
You can't change that, no matter what state you're in.
Right.
I like it.
Now, what about you? You're the chef, and your life revolves around food, not only professionally in your job, but at home as well.
Yeah, it does, and I think that I got all of that from my mother, my beautiful mother, Judy Sherman, who's amazing. And when we were little, she stayed home with all of us. I have two brothers. I have a brother and a sister, and I'll be completely honest, she was totally bored and was going crazy, and so she made us cook with her all the time. So for Christmas every year, we are neither Chinese nor Italian, but she would line all of our little fingers up to roll cannelloni, which is this fantastic stuffed Italian pasta. We would make the noodles by hand, make the filling, and then roll them all up and make pan after pan after pan of it. And then we also made wontons and deep fried them that we always have on Christmas Eve. We still make those to this day. I make my kids make them. Everybody knows how to do it. My brother and sister will come over on Christmas Eve and we'll make it together. And I don't know why she picked those two dishes, but damn, they're good. And we literally only have them once a year, so that's kind of a special thing. And we still, to this day, that is one of our things, just like you, is everybody's got to cook together. So you all sit there together. One thing I like to host now with my kids, because I have 3 kids, I try to invite all my nieces and nephews to come over a couple days before Christmas, and I make hundreds of sugar cookies, tons of different shapes and sizes, and then I make 15 different colors of icing, and I let everybody just go crazy. And they turn these things into these masterpieces that are hilarious. They'll spend hours just sitting there, and the great thing is that they're all talking together, they're spending time with their cousins, and they're making these beautiful cookies. So it's kind of fun.
Then you get to eat them.
And then you get to eat them. It's great. All right. Well, enough of the Christmas memories. Let's talk about our pick for beer of the week. And even though we are recording at Founders Brewing Company, we decided to pick a different beer since we've had Founders a couple other times this year. So we're kind of going to go off the rails. We're going to pick a beer we haven't actually had, but I'm loving this name, John.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
All right. This is from our friends at Bad Brewing in Mason.
We love those guys.
We really do, and we actually got to go visit them again this year. They were on our search for Michigan's best new brewery way back when, in like 2013. But these guys are great, and they have a beer on tap right now called the Ho Ho Holy Crap Xmas Ale.
The Ho Ho Ho.
Holy crap Xmas Ale, and that's our pick for beer of the week. This one is brewed with ginger, cinnamon, allspice, sweet orange peel, and a few other local secrets that Santa cannot disclose. It's like Christmas in your mouth.
I might road trip just to go get that.
Doesn't that sound yummy?
Sounds so good.
Yeah, super yummy it sounds like. And you can get it in all different sizes, including growlers, if you head on over to Bad Brewing. They're located in Mason, which is just south of Lansing, and it's a great little spot to stop. I
could head down there and visit our friends in Lansing at the LBC or Ellison, then stop in Mason, then maybe go to Jackson for some tequila.
You could do a whole brew tour. I mean, it's kind of fun. It's great. Awesome. Okay, there's our pick for our Christmas episode, Beer of the Week, the Holy Crap Xmas Ale from Bad Brewing in Mason. All right, you've got some events that are happening around the state, right, John?
Yeah, once we get through the holidays here, we go right into the big holiday for those that like to get out on New Year's Eve. Amy, are you a big New Year's Eve person?
No.
Yeah.
I worked in restaurants for 20 years. I hate New Year's Eve.
I know, it is kind of amateur hour, I know.
But there are some really great events, and some of the ones I love are they have some family-oriented events that are really fun when you go and celebrate early in the night. Yeah. And some of the ball drops do sound pretty cool.
Yeah, in fact, the Grand Rapids Children's Museum has their annual New Year's Eve party, which includes a balloon drop. That starts at 6 p.m. on New Year's Eve. Always a lot of fun. Our friends in Ludington, I mean, they throw down on New Year's Eve.
They do throw down. That's one of the biggest ball drops in the state, right?
It really is. It starts at 9 o'clock on Christmas Eve. DowntownLudington.org for more information, but you definitely want to go. There is a New Year's Eve resolution ball at 20 Monroe Live here in downtown Grand Rapids.
What do you mean resolution ball? Like I have to make a resolution?
I think you have to make a resolution. That's just DJs and dancing, a lot of fun. Don't forget our friends at Rockwell Republic, as you probably heard the last couple weeks. They have their big New Year's Eve party and getting ready for that.
Under the big top.
Yes, their big top. Guess who has a ball drop? Marquette.
Ooh, now that would be really fun. Cold, but very fun.
New Year's Eve ball drop in downtown Hastings. There's a bridge drop in downtown Charlevoix.
Oh, I wonder what that entails.
Well,
cool.
I'm sure the bridge will come down. I mean, not come down, but there's a charity ball on New Year's Eve in Traverse City. Sault Ste. Marie has a lot of events. I mean, the list goes on and on, but I should tell you, here at Founders Brewing Company, they're going to have not one, but 2 nights of the Accidentals.
For New Year's Eve, you mean?
They're going to have the Accidentals here on December 30th and New Year's Eve, December 31st.
Oh, that's cool. Can you buy tickets ahead of time, or
Tickets
is it
are available now, although they're selling out quickly. They may have sold out by now, so you should check it out, foundersbrewing.com for ticket information. But yeah, can you believe that?
Those guys are fantastic. If you haven't seen them, it's totally worth a visit.
2 nights of ball drops.
I love that. Well, that is great. All right. Well, thanks again to all of our guests who shared their special holiday memories. And, of course, we have to remind you that our beer of the week is from Bad Brewing in Mason, Michigan, the Holy Crap Xmas Ale. It's delicious. Try it if you can. If you want to get more information about Behind the Mitten, head on over to Facebook. We'll put up all sorts of cool stuff over there. And, John, where are we going to be next week?
We don't know.
But stay tuned to Behind the Mitten to find out. Happy holidays to one and all.